Hey, how's it going everybody? John MacLennan here, and in today's video, I'm gonna teach you how to play Lola by the Kinks on guitar. I'm gonna break down this rhythm guitar part. I'm gonna show you the intro pretty much note for note as we strum through some chords and do some arpeggio picking. Now there's a number of sections of this song and it's got a little bit of a meandering chord progression, so I'm gonna do my best to lead you through it. There's a lot of different sections, but I'm gonna put the chords up on the screen as well, so that should help so you can follow along in today's lesson. Before we get into the video, make sure to hit the thumbs up button and make sure to subscribe. If you're new here, I post brand new guitar lessons every single day. The goal of this channel is to help you get better at guitar, so I'm posting tons of song lessons. I also have a free book that you can download in the description below that's all about soloing. It's got over 100 licks and exercises in it that are really gonna improve your melodic playing. So check that out, and with that said, let's dive into today's lesson. Let's break down how to play Lola on guitar by the Kinks. We're gonna start off with this intro, and it sounds like this. So we're gonna strum a few chords here, and then we're gonna do a little arpeggio picking. We're gonna start on a C over G chord. And I like to use a C over G. It's basically your C chord, but you bring your third finger up and put your pinky on where your third finger was. So now your third finger's on the third fret of the low E string. So you're adding that note G and then keeping the rest of the notes of your typical C chord there. So we're gonna start on that C, and we're gonna go 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a. And then we're gonna switch to a D for E and a in beat 4 there. So 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a. And then we go to an E. That's just your typical E chord with all 6 strings. So 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1. Now I'm using alternate strumming here. Down, 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 up, down, up, down, up, down. Or 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1. Then right after we play that E chord, we're gonna start this arpeggio pattern. So I'm just playing on strings 1, 2, and 3 while holding down that E chord. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, and then I'll start again. So. And then we repeat that, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So on the 4th time, we just hit that high E. So 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a. Then we do the reverse of that arpeggio pattern. So instead of going strings 1, 2, 3, we go strings 3, 2, 1. So 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a. So all together, that sounds like this. And then the vocal comes in, and for this next section, we're gonna use the chords E, A, D, and again, our C over G. So it's gonna sound like this. So that's this first section here. We're gonna play a bar of E, then 2 chords in the next bar, A, D, and then a bar of E, then a bar of A. Then we repeat the first 3 bars again. Then we go A to D, and then we do the intro. Now this time, there's some electric guitar fills at this point. We're just gonna play 2 bars of E. 1, 2, and a 3, and 4, and a 1, and 2, and a 3, and a 4, and then it's gonna repeat again. So here it is, I'll play it the second time around. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we move on to the bridge, but before we move on to the next section, let's talk about the strumming pattern that I'm playing. So as a basic general pattern that you could use this 2-beat pattern that sounds like this. And it's 2 eighth notes, 1 and for the first beat, and then we're gonna play 1 eighth note, 2 E and then 2 16th notes. So it'd be 1 and 2 E and 1 and 2 E and or if we thought about it in strumming directions, down, 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 up, down, 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 up. And we just keep copy pasting that throughout the tune. All right, let's break down the next section. Here's a little bit of what it sounds like. We've got 2 new chords we're going to introduce here. We've got a B chord, which is starting on the A string, 2nd fret, 4th fret, 4th fret, 4th fret. And then we move to an F sharp chord, which is your major bar chord shape. Looks like an F, just 1 fret higher. Now we're going to play a bar of B, a bar of F sharp, then 2 bars of A, and then a bar of E. Now here we kind of start that da 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 da, same part that we played previously in the verse. So that's going to be the same as before. Then C, D, E. So that's just like our intro. So this next section starts on the B and goes like this. B, same strumming pattern. F sharp, A, and second half of the verse. Then we have a little interlude section here. This is going to play a bar of E, then A to D. Then we'll do C, D, E, just like we did previously. So then we have these rhythmic hits where the band just goes. Then we're back to the final section there. So these hits go A to E to B. And you can do all down strums, 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E. We'll do that 3 times. Then on the 4th time, that's an E to a G sharp 7, then C sharp minor. So down on my knees. Then we play B for a bar. Then we're kind of into the final outro section, and we're just gonna vamp and fade. So I'll just back up and I'll play from these rhythmic hits, and then we'll break down the final section. So starting from the A, E, B. Remember, we're gonna do that 3 times, and then on the 4th time, we're gonna go E, G sharp, 7, C sharp minor. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. B. Then we go to the E chords. So now this is the final section here. Here's what it sounds like. Back up to B, F sharp, and then da 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 we just vamp out. We just vamp out on E, you know, A, D, then C, D, E. So let me break down this section. I played a bar of E, then a split bar, A, D. Then a bar of E, then a bar of A. Then we repeat those first 2 bars again, so E, A, D. Then we go E for a bar, A for a bar, B for a bar, F sharp for a bar, then 2 bars of A, and then a bar of E, and then we go A, D, split bar there. So that's gonna sound like this. To B, then we hit the outro. Da, 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 da. C. We just vamp out on those 3 bars. Make sure to practice this along with the recording. Again, there's not a ton of chords, but there's some different sections, and I suggest really getting familiar with the melody, and that can help lead you through the song. So maybe you want to learn the words or learn to sing the melody as you go through this lesson. Before you go, don't forget to get your free PDF in the description below that's all about soloing. It's a book I wrote called Melodic Expressions, and you can buy the book on the iTunes bookstore if you want to support me, or you can get it for free in the link below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next lesson.